Regarding late fees, are they limited to a lump sum fee or can there be a weekly fine in addition to a fixed fee?
Okay, late fees are, this is a good question for this class because they're not defined as well as you think they should be in the statutes, and they're not defined really well in the case law, but they are defined extremely well if you are an attorney in front of judges. And that is, late fees are not the penalty that is assessed on a tenant. The penalty that's assessed on a tenant is rent and interest applied by the court. So a late fee is meant to reimburse a landlord for administrative expenses incurred in serving notices and going through the process of noticing the tenant of lease violations and breaches. What that means is that you cannot use it punitively. And if you write it to be punitive, meaning to punish, I apologize for being all hoity toity. If you write a late fee in order to encourage your tenant to pay by having it be very burdensome, the court won't enforce it. So the way that you make sure that it is always going to be allowed is that you limit your late fee to a single late fee per month. You make sure that it is less than 10% of the total rent. 10% is fine. Less than 10% is also fine. Courts are extremely comfortable with late fees in the amount of $50. They get a little nervous when it's 100, but if you're renting a 2,000 per month unit, you could probably go up to $200. They're going to get nervous, and judges do weird stuff when they don't like things. They'll just randomly say it's not allowed. You are 1,000% going to get disallowed from having a late fee that charges weekly or daily. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. It's never going to be enforced. And if you get sued, you might actually be on the losing end of a lawsuit. The reason for that is because courts have been considering that type of a late fee to be usury. And that is a term, if you want to look it up, which is USURY, which is essentially too much interest. They're saying that you're charging more interest on a debt than is justified, and it's against Alaska law. All right, so that's that one. Late fees, just keep them to 10% or less. And frankly, just pick a round number that's less than $100 and you're fine.